Okay, what do we got? Well, this is a Trident maple. Oh, the other day there was a gentleman. He was interested in a nice big Trident maple. And well, I have a bunch of these. And I know that it's pretty good, but it's really hard to commit yourself to something like this when it's very expensive. And he didn't want to just take my word for it. So I said, no problem. So I said, no problem. Let's bring it into the studio and I'll trim some of it for you so you could see the structure. He didn't want me to finish it because he's fairly into bonsai. And most of the time he wants to do his own work, right? Which is what I'm trying to cater to, people that are serious and want to have material that is in good state. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. Actually, the other one, there wasn't even a glimpses of the trunk. It was so heavily, so it kind of looked like when I showed you the front, or when I first started this video, right? So all he could see was something like this, and I said, hey, there's something good inside. So anyway, that's what I said, and then I proceeded to thin it out. So I thought I'd show you the process I went through to convince him that it was okay to buy. Well, almost all these are just random growth, right? Actually, we might even have seen this one in the middle of the winter. You know, so if you're a serious bonsai person, you should go look for your deciduous tree in the middle of the winter when you could see everything without the foliage. But I just took my time, talked to him, and I said, you know, I stress the root flare, movement, and taper, right? So everything I've been saying is what I was telling him. So as it starts to open up, you could see the base, or he could see the base, and you could see that he's getting really excited about it. Well, anyway, I can't show you that tree because of course it got sold. And that's kind of my dilemma. I don't have enough time to have everything exactly the way it should be. But as long as they have the time, I don't mind taking and then showing the potential. And sometimes, you know, I would just say, hey, you know, don't buy this one because it's not that great. And I've seen some that I thought was great, or I had forgotten, and then it was not good enough. So I've talked to people out of it. It really doesn't matter to me whether they buy one tree or another, as long as they're happy. So, see, it's starting to shape up. In his case, he was sold at this point because he knew he wanted to do the top himself. So anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and do more on the top so you have a kind of a good idea of what I have here. I wish I had the time to make all my materials look like this. Is this show quality? No. But it has all the elements that if someone would spend another year, maybe 2 years, perfecting all the branches and the sub-branches, this will look really great. And like I've been saying, that's been my goal here, is not to have showpieces that I have to maintain, but to produce materials that somebody else can make into a showpiece. So anyway, yeah, that was an easy sale. All I did was to clean out the bottom about this much, and he was sold. And he told me to stop because the top part he wanted to do himself. Okay, so as this spins slowly around, I'm going to say goodbye. Hopefully those of you that have fairly advanced knowledge and skills start to look for materials like this. Unfortunately, I do not ship. I tried it once and it was not something I want to do. You gotta remember, I live in the country, so the closest mailbox, post office is like 10 miles away. Plus the difficulty in finding the right size box and all this and shipping out so that they'll get to you safely. So I've never really got into the shipping part of the bonsai. That's why I think I will continue to make these videos for you, but don't expect me to ship any of my the things you see on the YouTube site, which is kind of a sad situation because it's like I have this candy and you can't have it. So anyway, I'm sorry about that, but that's the reality of being a one-man operation. So this is Hiro saying goodbye. I'll see you again real soon in another chapter. So this was the Trident maple attempt to sell to somebody with good knowledge or great knowledge, just wanted to know whether it was really good inside. So that's basically what I did. So if I had nothing but time on my hand, there's about a dozen more of these in the same state. But like I said, anytime you come over and you're not certain, I'll just sit down with you and then trim enough so that you can make a wise decision. Okay? See you again real soon. Goodbye.